Man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk once again. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. And tonight we know the Pistons play the Hawks. Season home opener, not a little season arena. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the game supposed to kick off like 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talked about Andre Drummond and Luke Kennard last night in Indiana. Both were amazing. I think if Luke and Andre play like that, I think the Pistons gonna be like a 5th seed in the East. Yeah, obviously you gotta have a healthy Blake and healthy D Rose, but it's about being consistent. That's what it's about. After one game, people can say, "Well, I told you so about Andre," or "I told you so about Rose," or "I told you so about Luke." You know, you can say all that, but one game don't make you an all-star. One game don't make you consistent. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep those things in mind. Consistency is the key. And if those guys can be consistent, then I think we all can agree that this team is definitely a playoff team. And I believe they will be. But Luke was good last night. He was confident. He was sure of himself. Nothing in Luke's game is lacking, at least offensively. Put it on the court and get his own shot. He can spot up and shoot, and he can catch and shoot. He can get to the cup. He got a floater. It's confidence. He's one of those guys, if you get him going early, he gonna be hot from 1 to 4. But if you don't get him involved early, he get frustrated. He one of those guys that won't have a good game. You might as well keep him on the bench. So that's what it is with Luke. You got to keep him engaged. You got to run plays for him. And Dwayne Casey made that adjustment last night. Sorry, a little hot in my car. He made that adjustment last night. They ran some plays for Luke, and they got to keep doing it. Not just have him spot up and he don't know when he gonna get the ball. Have him come off a curl. Have him come off that rip and that Reggie screen and let him catch and shoot. And then also 2-man game. And last night he did a little bit of everything. But consistency. Can you do it on the back-to-back? And it don't mean like with Luke, he got to go out there and give you 30 every night. I mean, you got to do that. With Andre, he ain't got to go out there and give you 32 and 23 every night. That don't make him consistent if he don't get 20 every night. What makes consistent is you come with that same effort every night. He come with that same energy every night. Luke Kennard come with that same confidence every night. You might not get 30, but hey, we can count on you to give us 20. Andre, you might not get 30, but we can count on you to give us 20. 20 and 15, we can count on that. We can count on that defensive effort. We know we need a bucket or we need a 3, we can count on Luke Kennard to get a team some pick-me-up. That's what it is. It's not just one game don't mean you deserve a max contract. One game don't make people believe Luke ain't no bust. That's the thing about the NBA and pro sports. It's hard for you to say Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league off of 1 year. You know, we've seen Trent Richardson have a great year. Mark Clayton with the Baltimore Ravens had a great year at a receiver, but never was able to capture that lightning in the bottle again. They was never able to recreate that magic again. One game don't make you a max player. And one game don't mean you was a draft revelation. It's consistency. Andre just got to come out there and get that effort. A lot of things that didn't measure in the stat book last night, Andre did. Keeping plays alive. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was just a different person. Even after, you know, the interview with the game, he seemed more mature, more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? he truly seemed like a different player. He did. He seemed hella mature. You know, he wasn't too high, too low. I remember when they first got Blake, or was it last year or something like that? They won a game, and they won a little basic regular season game, and they was putting Gatorade or a Gatorade cup of water on each other's head, celebrating a little small victory. Now you can see Andre Drummond starting to mature. You know, he was like, I worked hard this summer. You know, I could play all the minutes. He wasn't too high, and he wasn't too low after the game. And that's what you want to do, the maturity. And you see that maturation process playing out for Andre Drummond. You see it. And if he's going to be mature, he going to get that effort night in and night out, well, he'll be a max player. He can be that defensive effort is what impressed me more than the points, more defensively how he battled, how he manned the paint, how he anchored the paint. That's the Piston basketball. That's blue collar, chippy, dog basketball. That's what it is. That's what you call being a dog. And let me reiterate this once again. Just because he don't get 20 or 30 every night, do not mean he not being consistent. The effort, the defense, you know, the being that eraser in the back end, that's consistent. He gonna get you, you know, 10, 15 rebounds. And staying out of foul trouble was key too. Stop picking up them ticky-tack fouls. That's another reason that bothered his consistency. Is just getting into foul trouble, picking up ticky-tack fouls. You know, if he can stop with the ticky-tack fouls, you know, you may see he might have been already more consistent. But a lot of times he get out of rhythm because he on the bench because of foul problems. And Andre Drummond, just like Luke Kennard, if it don't start off good for him, it's gonna be hard for them to catch fire and get back in the rhythm. So it's important for Luke and Andre to get off to great starts, because then they're gonna have great games. It's gonna be hard to put that fire out. But if they don't get off to great starts, you know, it's hard. Now Luke, he a shooter. So sometimes, you know, when shooters see the ball go in the hole, then they might catch fire. But Luke Kennard, confidence, aggressive. That's things that should be synonymous for him to have a good game. Quick start. Andre, quick start. Aggressive. Staying out of foul trouble. And if Andre want to be a max player, if he can just play that defense he played last night and just put the ball back in the hole, you're gonna see a max. He'll get a max contract, no doubt about it. He'll get a max contract, but that's the key. He ain't, like I said this plenty of times before. He ain't got to be Shaquille O'Neal on the block, which with that body he should be. He don't have to be Shaquille O'Neal on the block. But if he has to pick something to be great at and be consistent at other than rebounding. If he gonna be Ben Wallace in that paint and rebound like he do, and he able just to put the ball back in the hole and just have a basic post game, give him the contract. Because one thing we know about Andre, to close it out, as inconsistent as he is on the floor, he's consistently a great guy off the floor. That's the thing about it. He work hard. He don't come in camp out of shape. He don't come with a baller belly. You don't hear him about getting in fights in the club. You don't hear him at the bottle, drinking Moet, partying with Trick like Josh Smith used to do. You don't see him being lazy. You know, you can say a lot of things about him. I never think lazy was a word to describe Andre Drummond. I think mentally soft was a word to describe him. Easily frustrated, or words to describe him. Easily frustrated, but his character has always been there. And I'm totally comfortable paying the man Andre Drummond. I don't have to worry about him getting caught in a hotel room with the devil's dandruff. I ain't really got to worry about him, you know, out here doing ignorant stuff. Other than making trash rap videos, you got to worry about that with Andre. And that's what I like about him. I don't mind paying the man, but the basketball player, if he bring that effort, like I said, it don't have to be 30 and 23. He bring that effort and the way he played defense, I pay him. But hey, Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. You got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Can't wait for the Pistons and the Hawks to kick off today. One time for the one time we go.